Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Batel from Batel's Kitchen, and today I am super excited to be back with a new video, which is a continuation video of what I shop in a week at BJ's. I showed you in that video. If you haven't watched it yet, I encourage you to go watch it first, of what it is that I shop for my kids, for my family, as a family of 7, and how I stock up my fridge. So now that we have all this shopping on the counter, how do we go from there? I actually developed a system over the years that helps me really track of what I have in the fridge and what needs to be used. And this way I really save on produce and things that I really don't want to go to waste, because everything is very visible to the eyes and everything is very, very easy to access and use. Today I'm going to show you my system and what I do, and I'm sure that you can apply it to your house as well. Obviously, we don't have the same fridge and we don't have the same needs. However, this is the general rule of how I shop and how I organize my stuff in my fridge. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every single week, and I would love for you to join the family so we can have more fun and content. So together we can improve our health and our well-beings with eating more plants. Okay guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so here's my kitchen after I came back from all the shopping, and I've just laid everything on the counter. Of course, there were certain things that I had to put in the fridge immediately, but just for the sake of the video, I put everything back here on the counter just to show you how I sort them and how I actually start to place them in the fridge. So my goal over here is, first of all, to get rid of all the things that don't need the fridge. I can just put them in where they need to. And then what I'm going to do is wash all the things that we like to grab and go from the fridge. So let's start. So the first thing that I'm going to do is pick up this heavy watermelon and put it to the side. Same with my mangoes. I'm gonna wait for them to be ripened, so I'm just gonna put them somewhere. I'm not gonna wash them at this point, only when they're really ready to be cut. I sometimes place them in the fridge. So I'm gonna be putting them just on top of my air fryer. I'm gonna let them sit over there until I get to them. Now I'm gonna be focusing on some onions that I have over here that don't need the fridge. As I said, we're focusing on products that don't need the fridge. So I'm taking my onions as well, and as well as my garlic, and we're gonna putting them in their own designated place. So as you can see, I have this little rack over here from IKEA where I keep my onions and garlic and these kind of things. So what I like to do is just take a piece of parchment paper, fold it, and just make sure that it fits into the shelf, just so that. And now we have two options. We can just dump the onions like that, or we can have them in like sort of like a container directly into the rack. So I'm gonna be grabbing scissors and I am gonna cut it open and just dump the onions like that directly onto the parchment paper. And I'm gonna do the same with the red onions. As far as the garlic, just because it has like tons of peels and dirt, I like to put it directly into a container. So I am just gonna open it and dump them into a container. And you always want to buy a good quality garlic. This one was not bleached. You can see that it's like a natural color, as opposed to all the very white garlic bulbs that you know they were bleached and been through some sort of like a process. We don't want that. We want all the vitamins and antibacterial properties that garlic has to offer. And I'm gonna be placing it just like that here in the corner of the rack. So we're gonna continue to look for things that don't need any washing at this point, such as the pineapple. I'm gonna put it here on the counter. And we're gonna grab our bananas as well, which we did not need to wash, thankfully. We're gonna put them here in this rack. So in this rack, I have some oranges, I have avocados, and I have some bananas. So I don't want them to get overripe, so I'm just gonna put them like this right now. And now we're gonna move on to more things. Here's my fridge. It is literally empty because we came from a vacation and I just happened to cook a couple of things and put them on the first shelf, but this is basically what we have. And I have a system of how I store things. So I'm gonna try to show you my system. I'm gonna start by things that I'm not gonna wash. We're gonna continue with the things we're not going to wash right now, and let me show it to you. I'm gonna be grabbing lettuce, the string beans, the broccoli, and put them in the fridge. There is a designated space and shelf only for these kind of things. And what I like to do is just have them really organized, and at least even if they're not washed, I know that I have broccoli and all these kind of side dishes, whatever dish that I want to do with them, ready for me. So we eat tons of broccoli. We love beans. I'm gonna show you how I store all the leaves. We're also gonna take our Brussels sprouts, put them over here. I'm gonna put the lettuce right here, and then moving on to all our leafy greens. So I have the spinach. I have this leaf lettuce. I have my arugula as well. Putting it just like that. And my cauliflower as well. So it's getting tight, but it's all about finding a solution how to organize your greens. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you know what's happening in your fridge. I don't believe in covering the things too much. I always feel like the eye has to see what you have in the fridge just so that things don't get lost. Okay, so I feel like this arugula can go in the other container. So I'm gonna be working smart and combining the both of them. This way we can save space in the fridge. We don't need more empty boxes. So just like that, put it inside. And we have some more room for other stuff. Here we have it. Okay, so in order to place my lemons, I like to put a container. What I do with this container, I take my lemons and I basically dump them inside. We have tons of lemons because lemons are one of our essential ingredients in our house. We use them in so many variations, in our salads, in our soups, in our water in the morning. And you can get those containers in any store. The next thing that I like to do is fix my tomatoes and cucumbers. But before I do that, I have my berries ready. So I'm gonna be putting them here. And as I said, I usually wash everything, but today I'm just showing you how I organize my fridge. In a different video, I'm gonna show you how I actually wash everything. I have some progress. I have my apples over here, which I have this nice container. And what I'm going to do is just dump them into the container. The green ones are going to be here. And then the red ones, we're gonna put in the same container, just on the side. And we're going to grab them and put them in the fridge. So our fruit section is starting to look nice and defined. I'm adding those apples over here. Okay guys, you can see that there is not much left on the counter. We're almost done. What I'm going to do right now is focus on the peppers. I have big ones and I have smaller ones. So what I like to do is grab another container and then I put another container into this just to have a division. And what I do, I take scissors I cut it open. I put the peppers, the bigger ones, into here. It doesn't have to fit perfectly. And now that we have this little section over here, we're gonna be putting the peppers in it. And as I mentioned, preferably things needs to be washed, but that's gonna be for a different video. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it. And this pepper section is ready. So let's grab it and put it directly into here. So this is ready. We have all these fruits and vegetables. And now you wonder probably what I put in here. So I have some bread over here and I have my sauerkraut, but I'm gonna show you what I like to store. So inside my drawer, I like to store things that are more delicate, such as mushrooms. I'm gonna be taking another container. I'm gonna be putting my tomatoes in here. So just like that, put them directly in here. I also have jalapenos, so I'm gonna be putting those in this container as well. And now we see what we have left on our counter. So now that we got to this section, you probably wonder what I put inside this drawer. So I'm gonna show you exactly. What I like to do with this drawer is put all my herbs. So I'm putting my cilantro, my basil, my rosemary. They're all here, ready to go. So I'm gonna be putting my carrots as well. I have another container over here, which I'm gonna put my zucchinis. There you go. I'm also gonna be putting my celery, just like that. So let's see what we have left. We have this drawer ready. We have the tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers and lemons. And now I have this green onion. I think I'm gonna put it here just because there is a space exactly for that over here. And let's see what we have left on the counter. Okay, not much. We have some dirt. I have some more broccoli. I have cucumbers for my juicing. And I have organic ginger, which I'm gonna be using for something else. I usually store it in the freezer, so I'm not gonna put it in the fridge right now. So this green onion will go where the green onions go. Then this broccoli, I'm gonna be using today. So I'm gonna be leaving it outside. And one of the things that I like to do is clean my greens. So this is a clean kale, which is ready to go. I'm gonna put it where the greens are and use it later on. So I'm taking my kale, I'm gonna put it over here, my leftover green onion. That's it, our counter is empty. All we have to do is just make sure it is cleaned and wiped after all the dirt and things that we had from our produce. But that was such a fun organization experience with you guys. This is something that I do on a weekly basis, and I really, really wanted to share it with you because I get asked all the time, how do we eat more fruits and vegetables? So this is the way, when your fridge is nice and clean and organized.
Okay guys, so now as far as the system of the fridge, if you noticed, I made sure that all the fruits are in one shelf, and then all the prepared food is on the top upper shelf. That this way I know that these are things that I need to use and they're not just hidden behind vegetables or fruits. I know that all the prepared food has a designated section for maybe meal prep or things that are cooked and things that we can just grab and heat.
That's it for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can tell me in the comments below how you feel about this video, and if you want me to make a video of how I actually clean those produce before I actually stock them in the fridge, because in this video I didn't include that part. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and don't forget to comment and let me know which videos you would like to see next. Bye bye.